Hello and welcome back to UMRV. We are in February. We skipped a couple months just because there wasn't a lot to do, and we've had snow pretty much every month. And we have snow today as well. We just need to check up on some of the equipment today, get it ready for our spring. We have a lot of work still to do in the fields to get them prepped, as well as we need to find us a planter because we do not have a planter yet. So before the winter cold hit, we had washed everything and we've just been doing some tune-ups on everything. Been selling a little bit of the straw because the month is, I think, decent for it now. But I've been meaning to check out, we need to check out the store, see if we can find a dealer. I was hoping a planter would pop up in the used sales department, but we have not had anything. This one's obviously cheaper on the budget. We're probably gonna have to lease it or pull a loan out to buy it. Most likely we'll just lease it and hopefully we can make some money off crop this year in contracts to cover that cost. We'll have to talk to the dealer, see if he can get us a deal on anything or not. Like I said, we've just been selling some of the straw. Need to figure out what kind of planter we're gonna get. And then looking at our crop calendar, planting season is pretty much April for corn and soybeans, so most of March we're going to be spending the time putting some anhydrous in the fields and cultivating what we need to, and then April comes, that'll be go time. I need to get anhydrous in this field, number 10. 15 we'll be harvesting when that's ready. Then we have 62 and 63 down here. I'm not sure. Might change 15 into grass after we harvest it. And use 10's gonna be corn. We're gonna be planting corn in here. 11 I think we're gonna do corn as well. And maybe 62 and 63 we will make soybeans. Then we're also gonna be looking at, in the spring, once we get spring here, looking at getting some spring cows. But for now, we're just going to continue doing some tune-ups and selling stuff, and I'll catch back up with you in March. Hey, we're down here at the dealer. It is March now. We're running about 50, 60 degrees out, but there's still a lot of snow that needs to melt. But we're going to talk to the dealer because I think they have a couple things on sale we might buy. And also just to see what they have for a planter. Seems like they've been trying to get rid of the Kubota Tedders. I'm not sure if they just have a lot of them in stock or what. I think we'll pick up this one. It's about 40% off. It's only got 9 hours on it, so I don't know if it was a demo or something. But we're going to take that one. And then I saw this popped up. And instead of using our auto load trailer, we're going to use this thing because a little more realistic, a little nicer. But also on sale, kind of makes it a little easier decision to make. That is all I saw that would be worth it for now. Hopefully a planter might pop up. And we might wait till March to actually buy the planter, even though that might drive the cost up. I'm pretty sure we're going to be looking at getting this 2150 early riser planter, the 16 row. But we'll come back here in a little bit, in a month or so, and talk to them. Not March, February, or April. Oh, I forgot we have the store deliveries on, so those got dropped off already up at the shop. I was using this tractor to drive some bales around, and then I came down here to the shop to check it out. I was hoping the snow would be melted by now, but we might just have to go see if we can chisel through it. The ground is thawing out a bit, but we're obviously struggling a little here. We brought our tractor down. So we advanced to April, early April. All the snow has melted. And now the ground is soft enough we can get at it. So we're gonna start applying some of our anhydrous here. So I decided to, on this field, instead of doing manual application, binding it up a bit, I am going to try running the auto application for corn. We'll plant corn in here as well. And see how that does with the precision farming algorithm and application. Because obviously we want to keep our bonus points up high if we can. And I'm not sure exactly how. I think it's Collins Custom Modding or something. It's either Collins Custom or Cunningham. Not sure. The link will be in the map website. But want to see how they change the program on the precision farming and see how the points and everything work out. So if you didn't watch the last video, we had to plow up these two fields because we had forgotten about them. When we bought the farm in August, these fields had crops in them, and we were unaware of it. Completely forgot about them because they're kind of away from the farm. You don't really see them, and we ended up having a bunch of crops fail on us or wither. So we had to plow them under, chop it all up, and now we're coming back in the spring here. applying some of this anhydrous and just getting the fields ready for planting. Fields are pretty small, should be fairly quick to get at them. So I did change out our anhydrous tank just because the other one was a little overkill, it seemed, for what we had going on. Also, I had updated the mod to the latest version and it ended up just taking the old version out of my game. So I had to basically re-add them in, and I just went with the single tank. It seemed a little more appropriate with the smaller toolbar. And over on that field over there, I had tried doing some landscaping and modifications. I don't know if it worked. I ended up having to use a slightly different plow to officially get all the ground covered. I think we got that. I think it's just a different texture from the plowing. But we own this field and 63 right across here. So we're gonna quickly apply to this one as well. Then the dealer had called me up and let me know that he has a sprayer available if we're interested, because he knows we don't have a sprayer yet. And we're gonna have to get rid of some of the weeds in our fields. The canola field we have that is growing right now, I believe it has weeds in it, so we need to get, I don't know if we'll be able to get a tractor in there or not. Might have to throw some narrow tires on and see if we can go in there without destroying the crops. I might have crop destruction off, I'm not gonna lie. Then when we plant our other fields, obviously we'll churn out a lot of those weeds, but we'll probably have to go back and do an early spraying once they start growing. I don't think the weeds will show up on these fields unless maybe doing this tillage work will cause that to happen. I'm not sure why it does, like up in the corner there if you look. It says the current is 120 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare, and we need plus 40 to get to our finished target. It says no crop detected, seed first, using target for corn on loam. But it won't apply any more than that, so we would have to manually go in and apply more if we wanted to actually apply more. It says 82% nitrogen, so I'm not sure if we need to add nitrogen in another way, or if there's something else I need to change. I don't know, let me know what you think if you know more about it. You know, that's if you know a lot about this precision farming with the anhydrous application, maybe comment below, just let me know. This is kind of me testing it out just to see what needs to be done. Because when we come back through with the planter and actually plant corn, I'm curious if it'll think it's okay or not, what the yield bonus and the percentages will be. The road here. Well, we're gonna head back up to our main field because we need to get anhydrous in there too. But first, I think we're gonna drop in, talk to our dealer. Move this through here. And see about that sprayer he has. So we're gonna maybe make this deal here, and I will catch back up with you back up at the main farm. Alright, we're back at the main farm. We're about ready to do this field. So looking at this crop, we have, because this is a harvested soybean field, it thinks soybeans are in here, but they're not. So we're probably gonna have to manually do our application rate on this field, because I don't see a way to change it for a certain seed type. We'd have to cultivate, then come back through and spray or do this again. But because this is a cultivator and a applicator, we are going to just deactivate the application rate. Then we are going to bump it to where we are going to be close to 180, I think. That's what I'm going to try to aim for. So right now we're at 55. I know every crop, like soil type's going to be slightly different, but I think corn wants to be right around 180 majority of the time. Maybe 160 to 180. So right now we're at 120 plus the 55, so that's going to be 175. We might aim for that and see how that looks on our crop. We might totally tank this field's yield for this year, but we'll give it a shot and just hopefully it works out. It also might totally tank our yield bonus, but also our environmental score with precision farming. We'll have to see how that works out. So that's kind of our test. We manually did that field over there right across the road. We're manually doing this field, and we did auto on 62 and 63. And we're pretty much going to be playing corn in, I think, majority of the fields, because soybeans don't really need a whole lot. Once we harvest the canola out of 15, we will be putting grass in there just so we can start working on some of our animal feed. But like I said, if you have more experience with this, or you've been playing on the map or an anhydrous map and you know more, let me know down below in the comments, or join the Discord. I do have a Discord, and that will be linked in the description. Kind of getting all tangled here. I think we're going to run up and down, build kind of a headland for us, so we're not worrying about the ditches. I think we're gonna jump over to a little bit of a time lapse, and we will catch back up with you when we are near done with this field. So, see you in a bit. Alright, well, we're almost done with the field here. Been watching the application rate. I have a feeling we might be a little high in some areas or a little low in some areas because we did go with manual. Because there's a few spots where we're down to like 20 or 30, and we're only putting 120 on top of that, so guess we'll see how it plays out. Maybe those areas will be better off. We only have a couple more strips here. Right there. And we went through all the fields pretty quick. I thought it was going to take us a little more time to do some of this, but I guess this toolbar is pretty wide, so it's not too bad. And we can go, roughly 9-10 miles per hour. But I think that's gonna be it for the episode today. Did a lot of application, kind of dealt with some of the winter stuff, sold some bales. And our next video will be probably trying to get the sprayer out that we bought and testing it on the canola field. Hopefully we can get in there and kill those weeds before it gets fully grown and ready to harvest. And also we will have to buy our planter or lease our planter and give that a whirl. Hopefully we can also maybe find a few contracts for either fertilizing, herbicide, or planting. We'll see how it plays out. Also, we'll be able to start seeing hopefully the effects of us manually or applying some of this anhydrous. This field, I don't think it has anything on it. We'll have 2 growth stages to go, so if we can get in here, we could maybe get some nitrogen down and get the weeds killed, and that might help our yield potential go up quite a bit. Also gonna have to look at what we need for lime, because most of our fields say they are bad shape. Running through here, we're roughly 180-190 kilograms of nitrogen, a couple 170s, 165s. So we'll have to see how that plays with our crops. But that'll be it for today's episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed and you want to see more of Upper Mississippi River Valley, we are in the Midwest here in Iowa, and I plan on doing a lot more. So consider subscribing there if you want to see more. And I will catch you all on the next one. Thank you for watching, everybody. See you later.